Hi, my name is Jennifer Watson. I am a speaker, a vitality and leadership coach, and absolute influencer. And I'm so excited to be on this journey and connecting with all of you today on the Jesse T Show.
The mighty and powerful Jennifer Watson. What's going on, girl?
I am doing well, just getting through a great rejuvenating weekend, and I'm ready to go for this Monday.
Hell yeah. Same. It's Monday fun day. What was rejuvenating about your weekend?
You know, we always talk about filling our cup because we need to do that as leaders and powerhouse people. And I'm assuming a lot of your listeners are these exact ambitious people I get to connect with every day. But I am big in filling your cup. And it doesn't just mean doing the massage, doing, the different things that we like to do to fill our cup physically or getting the pedicure. It actually means just spending time with you and getting how cool you are. And the more I do that, Jesse, the more I realize how giddy I am about myself and what I get to give to the world. So for me, rejuvenating my cup this last weekend is also just spending time with me in prayer, looking at ways I can impact and just continue to refine myself. So that was a great weekend for that reason.
Love it. Love it. We're in alignment because I had a self-care weekend as well. And self-care is super, super important for so many reasons. It's self-love, which is a beautiful thing. It's also, it feels good, but like to your point, because I did a facial on Friday, massage on Saturday, hung out with a really good friend on Saturday. So filled the soul bucket, and then took a nap on Sunday, which was beautiful. 2-hour nap, just passed out to the world. And that was like not feeling guilty at all. Cause usually I have so much going on. I'm like, how can I take a nap? But all that being said, it's important that happiness comes from within and joy comes from within. And like, we don't just seek pleasure. Like we're not just seeking the pleasurable thing because it makes us feel good in the moment. We bring the feel good to the moment. So I think that's kind of the context of what you're saying there.
Absolutely. It's really funny when people interview me, they're like, "Oh, you seem so busy. You must have such an exciting life." And I always say, my life is actually fairly boring and I love it. And what you just said, I really do a lot of deep connection with self and with others. And that doesn't include things, by the way, I love that you did that this weekend. I do physical things too to fill my cup, but it's really about creating space for me to look at the things I need to work on, things that are kind of the in my life. But I find there's such a groundedness that happens when part of my quote, I'm in quote, you guys, right now, of filling my cup is really understanding all parts of me. And that creates so much more momentum for the rest of my week and for other times when I'm not always filling the cup. I'm doing my thing and rock star and trying to create impact. So navigating the depths of the is a huge part of filling my cup. And that's very counterintuitive for a lot of people. But when I coach, when I speak, I encourage people to navigate the depths of as I call it.
Yeah, there's a psychology titan, Carl Jung, that I follow, and he talks about shadow work. And like for me, the shadow is, well, for everyone, the shadow is your repressed part of your psyche. Not necessarily always bad, but there are some dark parts that could come out, whether it's resentment, fear, anger, there's all these different things that kind of reside in the shadow. And sometimes we act out of alignment with who we are. But you can't know the light. You can't know the good stuff without the shadow. You can't know the good without the bad. You have to have that paradigm of good and bad, easy, hard, to be able to really have perspective and really have that balance in your life. And for what you're saying in terms of diving into the crap, so to speak, that really gives you perspective on the good.
Yes, 100%. And it's really interesting when I work with people, and this is because of my own personal development journey. And I know you've gone through some different things too, Jesse, but people ask me often, how did you find a way to shift through ability to navigate the because everybody's like, we want to run from it, whether, choose the addiction of choice. We all have it. Sex addiction, social media addiction, alcohol addiction. It doesn't matter. We all choose our thing to run away from. And often I get the question of how to do that. Like, Jen, you're talking about filling the cup and getting really deep and navigating that. And I always say, for a lot of us, it has to be that come to Jesus moment. I know you've had that, Jesse. I've had that. And it always seems to be on the bathroom floor, or the kitchen floor,
Yeah, it's
where these
always
enlightenments come,
a
right?
floor or a toilet. There's like all
Exactly. There's something really that you guys, this sounds really funny, but there's something about creating a safe space for you to just start feeling it. I encourage a lot of my clients to go to the bathroom, the kitchen floor. And I'm not kidding you when I say that, because they're like, I don't know how to even start this, Jennifer. I have no idea how to feel whether it be shame, guilt, fear. A lot of people, when they have that come to Jesus moment, they're beyond guilt, Jesse. they're at that shame
Yep.
state where it's a very, very low frequency. People are like, how do you get out of that? And it is a come to Jesus for all of us where we have an opportunity on the floor. Rock bottom is a great place to start, right? But a lot of times, the lowest frequency also allows us to have eyes wide open to the higher frequency. We're a lot more humble in rock bottom, Jesse. We're a lot more open to suggestions. So
Yes.
if you just take a deep breath on the kitchen or bathroom floor, I'm not kidding you guys when I say this, really be in that moment of, I'm tired of being where I'm at. I've been in that journey. I've been on the rock bottom where I think I told you at one point, Jesse, I was suffering from pretty severe depression. And I was literally at rock bottom where I was planning my checkout after tax season. So it'd be easier paperwork, quote
Mm.
unquote, for my family. And I remember thinking at that point, again, rock bottom, I was on the kitchen bathroom floor, both sides. I kept kind of going from side to side, from room to room. And I'm like, that's a sick brain. Right. But I remember at that same moment, you guys, that I felt this shame. Like, I can't believe I'm actually thinking this horrible shame. I looked up, eyes wide open. Again, lowest frequency, if you're willing, take a deep breath in that moment. I did. A bunch of goodness started coming to me of things, of people. I got a phone call from my mom. I got a phone call from my sister. I got phone calls from people because I'm like, I know this is not good. And I'm a human being that was put on this earth for a reason, and not just take up breathing time and ho time and reading Netflix time, that I'm here for a reason. And when you're at that moment, you just look up, you guys physically look up and take a deep breath. You'll be surprised. You may get one phone call enough to tip you into the right direction of organically navigating the. Then the shame goes to guilt. Then the guilt goes to fear. Then you start working your way up where there's a balance of understanding, like, I can get in and out of this very quickly. Once you do it a lot, and you can do it really well. And I have to tell you, there's other shame moments I've had, but that was a big shame moment for me, that I was planning my death around tax season or after tax season. There's been other shaming moments for me too, where I knew I had to navigate. But if you get on that bathroom floor, look up, take a deep breath, you will be surprised how the needle can move just a hair without any tools from us coaches yet, you guys. And I mean, I did it without a coach. Coaching helps, support helps, and that really creates more maximal momentum.
Yes.
But sometimes it starts with you on the bathroom floor, Jesse, and it's okay. My goal as a speaker and a coach is that we don't have to have all those bathroom moments, that we, as entrepreneurs, as our expertise that we use, Jesse, that we can get people to get out of that faster and not be on the rock bottom so frequently or so long, and move into the powerful state they're supposed to, be in. And that is truly one of my passions, is influencing people to get it sooner than I did and be powerful, ambitious leaders that you were meant to and create on this earth. So